Hello and welcome to today's weekly workshop. And this one is pre-recorded because I'm currently, as I'm speaking to you right now, as you're watching this, in a field with a bunch of Romans, as you do. Hopefully in nice weather. Well, it's sunny at the moment whilst I'm recording this, so fingers crossed. So we've been looking at mindset and things like that, and I thought we'll flip a little bit, we'll switch a little bit and go more onto a kind of spiritual kind of theme for maybe this one session, or maybe I'll roll it out. If you like this one, then we'll explore some more along the way. It's I meditate. I come up with ideas, but I'm as much about you letting me know kind of where you'd like things to go, because that gives me thoughts and feelings and ideas that I can drop in along the way. And I do really try and cover everything that anyone ever mentions to make sure that I meditate's not just about what I feel should be put out there. Anyway, I'm going to look today, and as those of you who regularly watch these know, I'm currently working on the Reiki course, and Reiki at its essence is a spiritual path. The healing is a small part of it. And the purpose of that path is to gain direct experience and realization of your true self. And your true self is seen as the great white light, Daikomyo, if you've done your third level Reiki. And it's not just, that is off the back of Buddhism. Sui was a Buddhist, the guy who brought Reiki to us. And in Buddhism, we have enlightenment. We have seeing the light. And if you look at whether it's saints, holy people, spiritual people throughout the world, even sometimes people who had no belief whatever have a moment of enlightenment where it really shifts and changes their life. And so there's something about having that illuminatory experience, that moment of personal revelation, of realization, that is very powerful and quite often life-changing. And we can reach for this in many different ways. Although a lot of thought and feelings, if you're reaching for it, you're never going to get it, because that means you're implying it's out here. And that light, that illumination, is only going to be found within you, within your mind. So you can practice ritual. There are thousands of rituals in the world to help you have moments of illumination and insight. There's meditation. There's trance work, kind of in a shamanic way. And all going well, if we do the I Meditate day retreat this year, which I'm still fingers crossed for, I've just got to get the next week out of the way, and then I can start making inquiries about that. You can also approach these shamanically, and that's one of the things maybe when we do the retreat we might explore, because just a little part of give you an experience of that way of working with the mind, which will be an experience and one I hope you'll enjoy. And of course we have, and it's to a degree only really relatively recently being explored to any great degree, the use of hypnosis and self-hypnosis as a means to spiritual enlightenment and that great white light. As you know, I did a lot of training and time within Druidry, and there we have the light body filling the body of light, and we have the idea of Gwynvid, which is the white light, the bright light again, and that is that which we attain. That is that which we are journeying towards. And so today, what I want to do is take you through a hypnotic experience, a journey to have an experience of that light, to move you closer to a moment of illumination, of enlightenment. And enlightenment, if you break it down, enlighten, it might not be you have some big spiritual revelation from this, although, you very well could do. It is more that you shed light on your life, shed light upon yourself. So maybe there's an area in your life where you've been stuck and you're feeling challenged, and by going through this today, it shines that light. It enlightens and illuminates that area of your life. So it's not always about the spiritual. We can be non-spiritual people but still have enlightenment moments. A friend of mine years ago now did talk about enlightenment moments, saying that enlightenment isn't a permanent state. It is those moments in life when we gain an insight. So, oh my God, yeah, yeah, oh, wow, yeah, enlightenment, little moments. So I'm going to invite you to get yourself comfortable. If you're sitting, make sure you're comfortable. You can breathe easily. If you're lying down, make sure you're not squashed up and you can breathe easily. And we will begin this session. As we always do, have a stretch as a fidget. Take a deep breath in. Hold it and breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Hold it and breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Hold it and just breathe out and allow yourself to relax. The more you relax, the better you can feel. The better you feel, the more you can relax now with every breath and every word that I speak, allowing you to become aware of where you begin to feel relaxation now. You can just sit or lie there with your eyes closed, becoming aware that you can become even more relaxed over time, even more comfortable in this short time than you were before. Are you not? But not yet as much as you will be later on, because you can take your time to drift into a trance, a state of quiet awareness, a quiet recognition of all those things that I could say as you listen to this today. Waiting for me to say something that will change your experience, that will alter your life forever. But also being afraid, being worried that I'll say just the right thing to change things for you, to alter your life forever. But remember that all change actually belongs just to you. And only you can change things for you. Change things within you, because all I can do is talk about things, while you allow those things and many other things to come true for you, to happen within you, the same way a dream can seem to be true for you. And in your mind's eye, you can see things in that dream that are very close or very far away. Even with your eyes closed, the way you can now, things as far away as a star, a tiny star, a bright point of light way up there at night in the mind's eye, so very far away that you can only wonder, what would it be like to travel to that star, as if in a dream, moving toward that tiny light, faster and faster, faster than light, flying through the night, looking out at it, seeing that star getting closer and closer, growing larger and larger, becoming brighter and brighter, and eventually filling up the sky, becoming so bright, not just a star anymore, becoming a sun, an enormous sun, much bigger than our sun. And you know how bright sunlight can be. The way walking out of a dark theatre into the light of day can almost be painful, to bring too bright to keep your eyes open. And this sun is even brighter than that, perhaps, and getting even brighter now, because it's not just one sun, not like our sun, but a galaxy of suns, 1,000 points of brilliant light, 1,000,000 billion points of brilliant light, all around you, everywhere, illuminating everything, everywhere, surrounding everything, everywhere. And as you move closer to the center of all those stars, all that starlight, sunlight shining into you, coming into and through you, right into your mind, those bright lights behind you, and that intense light above you, and that white light below you, starlight on all sides of you, and a light deep within you, a sun in the center of your mind that goes on and on, bigger and bigger as you go on and on. I wonder where you are feeling that inner light, that center starlight there, and every place that is now becoming that light everywhere, that sun at the center of it all, feeling that energy of all that light passing right on through you, flowing out from you as you become that light, that lightness of being light and of making light of things, and discovering over time that you can make light out of anything, and make anything out of light, including all those thoughts that you hear and feel and see, and wondering how it sounds. All that energy of light within you, and all that light roaring out from you, like the roar of a blast furnace behind the door of the mind, where a white hot roar of sound surrounds and becomes the sound of light, a light you can feel now in your arms and hands, legs and feet, an intense white heat of that light that roars right through you and bursts out from you and sizzles within you, all at the same time, all around you now, all around the mind, like a star being born, a star forming in space, a universe of stars performing in space, a space within you, a universe within you, lit up with stars that give light to you, a child of the sun becoming a sun and discovering how it feels to dissolve into light. Arms, nothing but light. Legs, nothing but light. The mind, nothing but light. Moving from one place to another, scattering colors all around, lighting up every corner of awareness, and then gradually collapsing, coming together now into a beam of light, like a laser beam, a bright spotlight that shines straight out from the mind, straight up into the sky, announcing something special and illuminating everything it touches, creating everything you notice, with a recognition that the only things that do exist are the best and the things that allow into your mind. Just the things you allow into your mind. And now is a very good time to open up the mind to all those things that otherwise would tend to go overlooked or ignored. Allowing the light of the mind to expand and to include everything out there, to touch everything out there, to allow the universe into you, and to allow that light within you to shine warmly on it all, so you can feel it all as a part of you, all connected to you, reflected right back at you, like the light in a mirror that lets you see yourself so much clearer than before, and lets you see now that all there is you, sitting there, doing it all, creating it all. Or is it being created for you? I can tell you about a man who traveled all the way to Arizona just to watch some videos of a famous hypnotist, working with different people, talking to them about being in a trance, wondering about their memories, asking about their experiences, telling them about unlimited possibilities, and letting them learn in their own way what he had learned in his own way. And that man sat there in that room all day, watching those videos, taking careful notes about everything said. Then he flew home, put his notes away, and continued to see his own clients, continued doing hypnotherapy, continued teaching at the university, and began writing books and giving lectures, got invited to do workshops, wrote more books, and gave more lectures. And one day, 20 years later, he found those notes again. And as he read through them, he began smiling, because on each page were words and ideas that he thought he had invented when he wrote his books and gave his lectures, but actually were implanted deep in his understandings by watching what that other man said so many years before that he'd forgotten all about it, or so he thought before. But here was evidence that we never really know where what we do or say, or even what we think, really came from in the first place. Because we can forget the source, but our understandings are still there, and so we can be sure that when we hear something we can use, we will absorb it and make it our own and put it to good use without knowing or needing to know where we got it or when. Because the truth is that all you need to do to find illumination is to pay close attention to what you already know and what you already have experienced. It all belongs to you. Which is why later on, today or tomorrow or next week, you can begin to notice that you can bring that feeling, the idea of that feeling, your understanding of it all back into you, where it can light up those inner spaces in ways we have yet to see. While in the meantime, here today, you begin to see that you really are here right now. And you can be here now while you remember being there then and drift back into this place now, away from the starlight there, then away from the stardust and back with the memories, the stardust memories, being here and now, close to where you began, but some place different now. A different time and space, a different place inside, with something inside changed, something easier and more comfortable, something quieter and more powerful, something stronger and more understanding, forged in the fires of the mind in white hot steel and blazing fire that forms a solid core that is a part of it of all that energy in everything out there. All that energy within you, even as you continue to wonder what it is that you have learned from you today. Because first you know the answer, and then it slips away. So you look for another answer, and it slips away too. And then it all breaks through into your awareness, a glimpse of understanding that hovers there with you as you begin drifting up now. more and more completely, and gradually return back into wakeful awareness. Now, that's right, drifting back to the sound of my voice, to being here in this time, this place, wherever you are listening to this, to being aware of your arms, your legs, but holding on to where you've been and to where you ended up, in that solid, brilliant core, in the center of you, connected to it all, comfortable with it all, knowing something you did not know you knew before, but comfortable understanding that you do not need to know what that knowledge is right now or what it holds in store for later on as you drift up into the wakeful awareness, gradually reaching a point of wakefulness now, where the eyes can begin to feel like opening. That's right, your eyes opening comfortably now and mind returning quite completely now to wakeful awareness, wide awake again, completely awake now. That's right, wide awake. And just take a moment to sit with the experience. So that's our session today. I really hope you've enjoyed that. A little bit different. We've done occasionally things like that before. If you'd like to explore more of things like this, then do let me know, because we can balance that out with the self-help and the personal development work as well, by focusing more on some spiritual subjects and topics. And, that's something I'd be happy to explore within I Meditate. Hope you have a great week. Look forward to seeing you. I should be back Monday, having spent most of the last week in a field. So much love, many blessings, and I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.